What's up, everybody? Ryan Sickler here, and I just wanted to let you know that tickets to my fall dates of the Live and Alive tour are on sale now. Go to ryansickler.com, get your tickets to all shows. I'm coming to Austin, Dallas, La Jolla, Salt Lake City, Denver, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Madison, Portland, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, and Tempe. Tickets for all shows are available right now on my website at ryansickler.com.
The HoneyDew with Ryan Sickler.
Welcome back to the HoneyDew, y'all. We're over here doing it in the Night Pants Studios. I am Ryan Sickler, ryansickler.com, and Ryan Sickler on all your social media. And I'm going to start this episode like I start them all by saying thank you. Thank you for whatever you do to support anything I do. If you've been here or if you're new here, thank you. I appreciate it. And look, if you got to have more, I say it every week, and I've been saying it for years, you got to have the Patreon. It's called the HoneyDew with y'all, and it is this show with y'all, and it's my favorite thing to do. It is. No one's got stories like y'all. Nobody. The library is absurd. It's $5 a month. It's been $5 a month since day one, and it hasn't changed. You get the HoneyDew a day early. You're getting it ad-free at no additional cost, all right? And I want to say thank you for your support of the way back. It's been really fun to start a new show. You know, you never know how it's going to go or be received, and you guys, you're loving it, and I'm loving it, so thank you, all right? If I am in town, when you're around, come see me on tour. All tickets are on my website at ryansickler.com. All right, that's the biz. You know what we do here. We highlight the lowlights. And as I always say, these are the stories behind the storytellers. I'm very excited to have this guest on today. First time on the HoneyDew. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Craig Conant. Welcome to the HoneyDew, Craig.
Howdy, brother.
I want to give you some love.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
You're allowed to clap for yourself.
You should clap for yourself. Yeah. You can clap louder. Not enough happens, you know what I mean?
Child, I went like this.
I say all the time, Todd Glass one time, check out his episode, a very powerful episode. He had me on his podcast years ago. And we start podding first, and then like 15 minutes in, he's like, all right, now we're going to introduce you. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I go, we weren't recording? He goes, oh, no, we were recording the whole time. I'm like, you start just raw, he's 15 minutes in, and then you're going to introduce me? He goes, yup.
He's softening them up.
And you have two options. You can sit right here, and we'll just announce you, because he had like a 3 or 4 person band.
Yeah.
And he goes, or you can just go over there and hide down the stairs a little bit, and then we'll play you in. And I was like, if I'm getting to be played in, I'm getting played in.
He had a 3 or 4 person band for his podcast?
Yeah. And they play you in. You're like, yeah. You've been there for 20 minutes already. You know, it's so funny.
I was doing actually Philly, and he was there the day after me. I was doing a one-nighter before his weekend. He had his shit everywhere, bro. He had his whole drum kit on the stage. Changed the lights, put candles in. I'm like, it's not even your night yet, bro. I could barely move.
He did that on your night.
Yeah, I could barely move on stage. I kept backing up into his drum set, and in my head, I'm like, bro, you couldn't have done this tomorrow? You couldn't have done this tomorrow? But of course, I'm a fan, and I ran into him in the lobby.
Yeah.
And I don't
I'm
think...
sorry. Was it in your way? I could have moved. I don't know.
You could have waited.
Yeah. Look, before we get into whatever we're going to talk about, plug everything you like, please.
CraigConant.com. I'm on the road like a son of a bitch. Come get at me. I got jokes. I got stories. All tickets at CraigConant.com. I do about 50, 60 cities a year, and I'm tired.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and loosey-goosey, dog.
That's
get my merch.
You don't have kids?
I have one son.
You do? How old?
Yeah, 4 months.
Oh, hell. Brand new dad.
Yeah,
hell yeah. Congrats at 50, 60 weeks. About to slow down,
pay for
bro.
that guy.
That's why I was like, you must not have kids. You're like, just got one. It's either going to double or it's going to slow down. Depends. Yeah.
It's very serendipitous. God bless me, because the moment he came out, the moment all my shows started selling out. Isn't that funny?
Listen, I had a friend a while ago tell me that there's an old saying that I didn't know. He passed on to me. It said, with kids comes money.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people out there right now like, bullshit.
Yeah.
If my dad was alive, he'd be like,
Yeah.
bullshit.
Bullshit.
Where you drain my ass. Yeah.
Other
So I don't
people
know.
say takes money,
Yeah.
but we have a different mindset.
So I know you're originally from LA. I
Yeah.
watch your videos. I sit there and laugh at you. I know a lot of comedians tell you that, and you don't even know probably that they're doing that.
Thank you. No, I
Yeah.
appreciate it. And yeah, I'm a fan too, and I'm very happy to be on here. I said to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
I'm born and raised Los Angeles. I was born in Harbor City.
Where's Harbor City? Is that by Long Beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Harbor City, Lomita, San Pedro,
Yep.
Carson. And I was raised in Torrance and Lomita. I'm half Mexican, half white.
Asian.
Half Asian.
That's Torrance,
Don't
bro.
lie.
That's what I know about
It is
Torrance.
Torrance.
It's heavy Asian down
It
in
is.
Torrance. Yeah. I had a friend that lived there, and when I pulled up, and she was a white girl. And when we dropped her off one night, we were all out hanging out, and we were like, your house looks very Asian. She's like, yeah, this neighborhood is very Asian. This is where I grew up. And I was like, huh, I didn't know that.
My high school was Asians and whites.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you're the minority there?
Kinda, yeah.
That's the only time a Latino's the minority in Los Angeles.
I
ever,
know,
bro.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, why are they all doing math? What the fuck? Dude, they went to school on Saturday for like funsies. And
No.
I swear to God.
Oh.
I was there for detention and they were there for
Saturday school was
extracurricular
no.
activities. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Go to the beach, smoke some weed. They're like, but they're hardworking culture people. It's good.
So are you like big family, or are you small family, or are you
Big
split family, or extended family? What are you? All of it?
Split,
like
all
us?
messed up, all love.
When do your parents split? How old are you at that
I
point?
was in 5th or 6th grade.
Okay.
I was 10 or 11.
And how many brothers and sisters
I
do you
have
have?
2 older sisters.
Oh, older. Okay.
They're
how
5
much
and
older?
7 years older, and they played pranks on me my entire life. They
Yeah.
super glued my lips together twice.
Nah.
2 times, bro.
Dude, did
2
they
times.
really?
2 times. And then they were making elixirs. It was
Wait, hold
it was
on.
like
We're not going to just pass up. How do you get that undone?
Oh, fucking.
Because I gorilla glued one night. I was doing a project with my daughter when she was like 3.
Yeah.
She still remembers this. And I was like, oh shit. Like they were so together that when I started to pull, it was tearing.
You
And I'm
don't.
like, oh, fuck.
My nana put
Olive oil and salt is what we got after about 30 minutes though.
Yeah,
I
well-
mean your lips, bro. Your lips.
This was the 90s. This was no internet, bro. Did no one knew it was cure for super glue on the lip, sensitive, thin skin.
The most.
Nana
Yeah,
put one was at my grandma's house, Nana Whiteside, and she put my face under hot water, and I was just screaming, crying because I'm a 5-year-old going. And then my mom, I was panicking and couldn't breathe because of stuffed up nose, so she just cut me with a knife.
Oh
So I
shit.
just have bloody lips, and
I was thinking, I'm in my mind, I'm like, would I razor blade try
Yeah.
to gently go?
oh no, it was like I was like, oh, I was just screaming. I was tortured. Yeah, but that's why I do ayahuasca. Just, no, I love my sisters. I'd be dead without them, straight up. They
Yeah.
saved me so many times. They're nurturers, and they just, yeah.
So I know just from your comedy and stuff, you definitely got in trouble quite a bit
Mhm.
growing up. What is that when your parents split? Do you stay with mom? You go with dad? Are you back and forth?
I was with mom and dad on the weekends.
Okay.
And then, I was just a Kool-Aid kid, top ramen, Kool-Aid, latchkey kid, firecrackers, BB guns, just sugar, just trouble. Always into it, bro.
Sugar, yeah.
Just into it. Just hiding in the clothes racks at Macy's, scaring old ladies. Just,
We used to do it.
Yeah,
we used to do
it's
the
a
same
good time.
thing, dude. Same thing.
Yeah, and it was innocent and forever until drugs at a later date. Yeah.
Tell me when drugs get involved, you start getting in. Are you selling? What are you doing? Just using? What are you doing?
Well, it was innocent. I started smoking weed at 12 in middle school, and then that was just like fun. And weed was fine. It wasn't until alcohol got introduced about 15, high school. You start drinking, partying, and then it went downhill from there. But it was still like just weed, mushrooms, and beer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 21 hit, the bar scene, and then girls like cocaine. And then I was like, I like girls. And then you get cocaine. But I was mainly a pill head. I like Vicodin, Norcos, Oxycontin.
And you could function on that stuff?
Oh yeah,
Really?
I was a madman.
See, I'm the opposite. Those stuff, they give me hives. They make me sick.
I could take like 12 Norks a day.
I hear that stuff.
and drink like a fish and smoke.
And be fine.
And be the life of the party.
Not want to sleep.
No.
One of those makes me
opposite.
sleep. I know, it's crazy.
You know how the hyper kids take speed to calm down? I would take opioids and turn up. I swear to God. I'm like,
That's what I'm saying.
They're like,
Through
you're on
all
the
that
roof.
back shit they would give me the painkillers, and one of them would fucking make me so tired. And then when I'd wake up the next day, it'd be a good 2-3 hours before I get going again. I'm like, how do people take more than one? I know I sit here and listen to people like, I'll take 20 a day. I'm like, how? And be functioning. I could get 20 a day just laying around and doing nothing, but life of the party, man.
Dude, I don't know what it was, but you get itchy. You itch your nose and your nuts. And it's like a bit, but it's not a bit. I would literally just scratch my nuts raw with a bristle brush and just be like, ka, 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 ka. And then, it was my sister's brush. You would
just put it back. Good. Good after sealing your lips shut twice. I would too.
But you just itch, bro.
That's the other thing. It made me itch like a crackhead all the time. Yeah,
well, I'm a hippie and I like pain too, so I'll put Dr. Bronner's peppermint hemp oil on soap on my nuts and just burn in the shower and be like, It's but I liked it. I like that dirty shit. This is fucked up, but my grandma Kiki on the Mexican side, she was on hospice, but she went
house?
And we took care of her. Held
Who's
her.
taking care of her?
My mom.
Okay. But you're helping. You guys are helping.
I pick her up. She's a larger Mexican woman. And I got stories about that. I don't know if we want to go there. But my mom would wipe her booty and shit. And I'd pick her up WWE style. And she didn't speak English.
Hold her for
and we'd be face to face. She'd be like, déjame.
No, you couldn't do it like that, dude.
And my wiping her booty. And my mom had to give her an anti-nausea suppository, bro. We're going there. We're going there.
And you're holding her face.
I'm holding her, and my mom closes her eyes, and she goes, boop. And then this is crazy, bro. The hospice nurse came the next day, and she was giving my grandmother a sponge bath. She kept going, who did this? Because my mom put the anti-nausea suppository when she closed her eyes. She put it in the wrong spot. It was supposed to go in the booty.
Yeah.
And went in the other one.
No.
And so my grandma's thing's bubbling. And the nurse is like, who did this? Who did this? And my mom was like, lo siento. And it was, And I held her for that. But I would take.
You didn't just hold her, bro.
No.
You were right there.
Face to face. Yes. Face to face. But the reason I brought I know, man. You wanted stories. I told you I got stories. I tell that story on stage, but it's 100% true. But the big punchline is, I feel bad. So I go, so my mom fingered her own mom. And then the audience goes, oh! And I just laugh, bro. Yeah. It's not even for them. I grossed them out. But grandma was on hospice and she had all the drugs. So I would just help take care of her, like 1 for you, 2 for me. And she had liquid Vicodin, liquid morphine, Dilaudid. So I was just taking bong hits of Oxycontin and puking.
And how old are you at this point? You're in like high school?
No, like that was like 22.
Okay.
I got kicked out of my house. So I was a bad boy.
Like
I was
for what?
partying.
What'd
Just
you file?
fighting.
What was the final one?
Fighting. I fought my friend in the kitchen and
Of your own house?
yeah.
And your mom kicked you out?
No, my sister. We were paying. We rented a house, and then they're like, I lived with them 1 or 2 years, and then it just went, doo, and they're like, you gotta go, and they'd just come home, and I would just have girls over, and we'd be fighting and partying, and not fighting the girl, but like my buddies, we were just knuckleheads. We'd drink, and they all knew how to wrestle and do jujitsu, and I didn't, and then we'd fight and stuff. But not like that, just like drunken.
You just got to get the fuck out.
Yeah. Just not like real fights, just drunken debauchery.
And what's your dad like?
He's alky. He drinks at the Moose, the VFW, the Legion, and
that's his spot.
He's a gambling man. He's a bookie.
Oh, he's a bookie.
Yeah, for like 40 years.
He's still doing that?
Yeah. He's always like, get your comic friends the best. No, I don't. I
Get
never.
your comic friends.
Yeah. I'm like,
Get the guys that got no fucking money to risk it all.
They got enough problems. They don't need to owe you money. No, I'm doing shows with them.
Craig, your dad's been sweating me, bro. I owe him $60. Could you imagine every time you see someone at the comedy store like, Craig, man, your dad's bugging, bro. You fucking owe him $20.
Well, pay the man. Pay him. Yeah. Pay the piper. But that was my childhood. That's some crazy shit. We go hang out at like machine shops and naked ladies on the wall. I'm 5. The guys got slot machines, functioning slot machines that spit out coins.
Oh, for real?
In Carson. Like, yeah. And me and my sister just sit there and play. Just play active live slot machines at 5, 7, 8.
And they would actually pay if you
hit. Oh,
hit.
yeah. I hit the jackpot once, and all the old drunks, because I had good energy, because I'm 5, they were like, oh. I remember winning like $120 as an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Just feeling the heat of the old drunks. Just like,
that was mine.
That was my jackpot. You know what I mean? They're like, I'm 8, celebrate me. I fucking win, dog.
That's funny. Back in the day, my aunt lived in a part of Baltimore called Highlandtown, and there was a bar right across the street called Tracy's. I remember it had a dartboard on it. And one day we're just sitting out front, hanging out on the stoop and playing on the sidewalk and shit. And just cop vans, coming in hard. And we're like, what's going on? She's like, oh, they're getting raided. And I'd never heard of what raid. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? And she's like, the only raid I knew at that point was River Raid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know what that meant. They're all running in. So that was what they were doing. They were taking those old, the gambling machines, and they would pay out on the, they didn't spit out right there, but if you hit, they would pay out on And people were coming in. I guess they were making way too much.
Yeah.
And here comes
I
Baltimore
love that
PD.
shit.
Yeah.
I don't even gamble, and I love it. It's like, who cares?
So you're rolling with your dad doing that kind of stuff, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun, but dark for sure. A lot of low vibes.
And what's mom like? What's mom doing?
She's a square Mexican lady. It's funny. Never smoked. I've seen her drunk once.
You say
in my
dad
life.
Was white?
White.
Okay.
From Boston.
Okay.
Blonde hair, blue eyes from Boston. German English descent.
Oh, wow. Real
my mom's
white.
First generation Mexican. Her parents, my grandparents were from Chihuahua and Mexico City. My grandma was illegal until like 82 because she knew a judge. She like made him good food and he like gave her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just weird because I know I got whitewashed, you know. But my grandma literally was illegal immigrant, didn't speak English. And then America, and here we are.
Do you speak Spanish?
Poquito, bro. Not enough.
Your mom probably does.
She's
though,
fluent,
right?
of course.
Gotta be.
Yeah, just
does your dad?
No.
Hilarious if he did, though.
No, I know,
Hilarious.
Right? They both speak it and I don't.
Yeah, he's white, too. German and shit.
But back in the day, they tried to hide it because of racism and shit. It was like, no, we're American now. So it was just different. People don't understand that. It's way different now. When you come here in the 30s and 40s, you were spit on and shit. Yeah.
So then when do you start getting in real trouble with like the law and stuff like that? When does that happen?
The bar scene in Narcotics, when Narcotics crept in and it was just like a movie. Like I say this like
the mob, bro.
It's like
brought
a
the mob
movie.
Down. Yeah.
Me and my buddies would get a tooth pulled and then you get Vicodin and we'd share. Here's one for you. One. And then like a year later, we drop one and then don't move. You know, that's mine. It was crazy. That shit is addictive. And we all changed. It went from fun and sharing and this and that to like mine. And then we just drinking and drugging. And then with that, I just was always wild. I didn't do comedy yet. So I seeked validation in laughter, but through partying. Like I would go on the roof. I would fall. I was the jackass, the class clown.
Yeah.
And then, I got raided. That's a story.
Yeah. How does that?
Holy shit. So I'll go into full detail because I have a stage version. It also, you know how a stage version feels weird to do on a podcast. And
but it's also, I know it's low.
Yeah, but it's true. Yeah. It's all true. So I was working at Trader Joe's. And I got a story about that too. I got fired for farting on my manager. But we'll get there. We'll get there later. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So I was working at Trader Joe's and I was there a while and I was actually a good employee because I was sober at this point. first of all, my managers that saw the whole transition of Craig, of drug addict, pill, cokehead, alcoholic, to sober, making produce look perfect. You know, the contrast of that. So now I'm training an employee, and this fool's a knucklehead from East Los on speed. Mm-hmm. But those are my, you know, anyways, we took a lunch break together, and he said, "Want to smoke a bowl?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I pull out a weed pipe, OG Kush. This motherfucker pulls out tweaker pipe, Pookie pipe, speed. And he said, "Want to hit?" And like, I was like, my mind, body, soul, it was like, no. But of course I said, "Fuck yeah, dog." And then I smoked meth for the first time on my lunch break at Trader Joe's.
So hold up, that you prior to using
never.
This is
just
your
Coke.
First hit too.
First hit.
Wow.
Just one.
Did you smoke
maybe two?
Coke or only snort Coke?
Only, well, I went on weed. We put Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, that's what
but
we
not
called
that often.
Right. But that's also not anywhere near the same thing as smoking
no.
fucking meth.
No. So then,
okay, so your first hit of meth is in a
Trader-
parking lot at
in my
Trader
truck,
Joe's
in Ford
with
Ranger,
the
white
trainee.
Ford Ranger.
With the trainee. A new hire. You got a new hire out there.
He gave it to me. I brought out weed like a civilized man, civilized human. I thought we were gonna match bowls. You know, match bowls. Yeah. He did it the wrong way.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It had been around through friends and family. It's not my first rodeo, but I never had done it. I think I sniffed it once. I never was into speed, but it is stronger and better than Coke. I'm sorry, don't do drugs, kids. As I promote it. No, it's the devil. It's the fucking devil. So I hit it, and then the bits come. Like, I was the best employee that day. I was just on one. But then I bring that up because 2 or 3 days later, I get raided. By the police, and it's very early in the morning, and all I hear is noise, which was a battering ram breaking down a gate.
Now, where are you?
I'm in Culver City. I live in
a house, an apartment?
In a back house.
In a back house.
So the landlord, the owner of the property, there's a house, and then he split it, and he made the back.
With like your own separate entrance
separate
and all.
Entrance, separate mailboxes, families.
Is it just you in there only?
It's me and 2 hippies.
Okay.
And her daughter sometimes stayed in the VW bus. We called it the Culver compound. It was 2 hippies. They're dope. They'd have IG. I'll plug them. Swag Stone. They dig up rocks and flint them. Mm-hmm. He's Chumash Indian, and he makes turquoise.
Oh wow.
Obsidian. Okay. He's dope. These dope people. They make shit. They do very well, and they just off the grid, make their own way.
But in the actual unit, they're in there as well. Or
so
is it
we're
just
the back unit. The front house is King Mike, a drug lord. Gun runner, I don't know. He had 2 strikes.
Gun runner, I don't know.
A bad man. 2 strikes.
The 2 things you just said are definitely big strikes.
Yeah.
Drug lord and gun runner are definitely 2 strikes.
So they were trying to strike him out and send him to prison for life. Mm-hmm. I lived in the back house.
You're Cato, bro. You're just Cato back there.
Cato Caleb.
Yeah,
boy,
man.
I don't know, man. So I think I'm wearing glasses at the time. I got LASIK done. I make money now. It's a silly joke. And I think it's my roommate, Leo Swagstone, my rock buddy, playing a prank on me. So I'm reaching for my glasses, and I hear hands in the air, motherfucker. And then I'm like, who is this? And then I put them on, and it comes into focus. It was like a movie. So I had a bunch of windows. And then just bulletproof vest, helmet, machine guns, shotguns.
How many do you know?
Oh, jeez, 30, 40.
Oh, my
helicopters.
God. Oh,
helicopters, bro. This was a helicopter. It's a SWAT team. It was LA Impact Task Force. It was like gang unit for him, not me.
Right.
So all I'm thinking, because I don't know. It's weird to have 2 different stories. Anyways, I think it's my roommate Leo, and it's not. And they go, open your door. And I go to open my door, and it's a Culver City cop pointing a shotgun at my chest, like a foot away. And I know him, and I go, Chris? And he goes like this. I swear to God, he goes, Craig? And he pulls his gun back. I'm not gonna name him anymore. But
I've seen you name
I always name him.
Yeah.
But I've known him since Little League, bro. Since 10, 11. Little League. And we went down different paths. And I'm smoking meth on my lunch break, and he's just a detective. And he I just go, help me. he handcuffs me, but he did put him on loose because they crank him on,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm paranoid, but all I'm thinking of is I'm like, man, because like, how are they here? How are they raiding my home? I don't do real crime. I have like a quarter pound of weed and an ounce of mushrooms and firecrackers. Like in LA, I'm a saint. I'm a scholar. LA, there's murders and criminals. So I'm like, how are they here? I'm a baby criminal. And all I can think of is smoking meth with my buddy in the truck.
Why?
And because I'm
what
like,
do you think about that?
I'm like, meth. Because I wasn't really into that. And all I kept thinking of was like, wow, they're quick. They're good. Like I got somehow caught up with that guy's shit, and then they raided my home. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I didn't know about King Mike.
Gotcha.
I didn't know about 2 strikes, and they're trying to send him away for life. And they didn't get him that day. He's good at his job, bro. By the way, they're tearing up, they're opening his wall up, searching for dope. And they raided his mom's house too. His mom lived across the way. They raided him, and his mom. He got away with it. They got him at a later date. I heard they got him like a year or 2 later, and he's in prison.
Year or 2?
It's
damn.
Wow. Crime pays. And anyways, hang on, stay on it.
So yep.
I'm on probation for fireworks, for the firecracker incident. In Hermosa Beach, I threw firecrackers at police officers on horses on accident. Everyone thinks I was fucked up. I didn't even see them. And then so I'm in my head like, dude, I'm on probation for fireworks. I have fireworks, and I was going to school at the Second City in UCB, and all I kept thinking, I swear on my life, is like, I can't go to jail. I just paid like $700 for comedy school. I gotta go to school. I gotta go to school. And then they handcuff me, and I'm in the alley, and I swear on my life, I swear, I farted on the police as they're questioning me. You asked my roommate. And then I went to UCB, and UCB is usually like theater nerds from out of state. I'm the only kid from LA, and I'm in an intensive. It was Monday through Friday, so like 2 days before, and I'm an open book. I'm a fucking raw whatever. I smoke meth on my lunch break. They're like, what? I'm scaring them. And then 2 days later, I'm like, I got raided. and my buddy almost shot me.
UC bye.
Yeah. And they were all scared of me. I remember the teacher being like, what are you? And then after class, they go, hey, we're going to the Moth, the storytelling show. They're like, you want to come with us? And I had barely done stand-up. I maybe done stand-up 2-3 times. And I was like, yeah. And then I told that story of the raid. And then I posted it and it went viral.
At the Moth?
Yeah, because they filmed it.
You just got up and did it?
Just got up and did it.
Wow.
And that's I have 2 versions of it. Later, stand-up, refined, recently, Craig. And then early on, baby face, no voice, but it like hit. And then I posted it. And that's actually, Bill Burr saw that.
Yeah.
And then he followed me. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy that all that, it's like God was like, here, get out of there. But I listen. It takes a while.
So wait, in the moment, at the time, when do they figure out, all right, you're just this innocent person and all, or do you go to jail and all that shit before they figure it out?
Yeah, they're sweating me in the alley. I'm handcuffed.
Is your buddy still there, or he had to get away from it? The guy you knew, Little League kid.
Oh, he's consoling me. He's cool.
He is? Okay.
He was cool.
Are you like, dude, I'm telling you.
I was panicking. I was like, bro, I'm on probation. I got firecrackers there. I got weed in there.
SWAT.
Yeah. He kept telling me,
I'm on firecracker probation. It's so kindergarten for what they deal with. You're not lying.
Yeah, I know.
There's a helicopter up here, and you're like, I got firecrackers.
Roman candles, potato guns. They're like,
that cost the city and taxpayers so much money. The heat of summer is here, and your favorite summer treat could be giving you extraordinary hydration. Indulge in hydration with electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients from the #1 powered hydration brand in America, Liquid IV. You guys know we love Liquid IV here. They're constantly working on new delicious flavors. They got this popsicle firecracker and rainbow sherbet now. Perfect taste to hit the spot when you need transformative, hydrating relief all summer long. You know, we take them on tour. They're here at the studio for any of the guests that come in and use them. Powered by Liquid IV Hydra Science, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. Always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Indulge in hydration this summer with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code HoneyDew at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code HoneyDew at liquidiv.com. The HoneyDew is sponsored by BetterHelp. When your schedule is packed with kids' activities, big work projects, and more, it's easy to let your priorities slip. Even when we know what makes us happy, it's hard to make time for it. But when you feel like you have no time for yourself, non-negotiables like therapy are more important than ever. I'm a big proponent of therapy. I've seen the benefits that come with it, whether it's understanding yourself better or learning to set boundaries or finding different coping skills. It is a tool anyone can benefit from using. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Never skip therapy day with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/honeydew today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/honeydew. BetterHelp.com/honeydew. Now, let's get back to the do.
And he just consoled me, but he was giggling. He's like, bro, he kept saying, stop telling me this.
Yeah, shut up.
But I know him since I was 10, dude. Literally. All-star teams.
Hilarious.
Good man. Good dude.
That
Family
is
guy.
so fun.
Good guy. Christian dude.
So they figured out there, or you don't have to go
in the
anywhere?
alley.
Okay.
They figured out, like, this is separate. They got the rock guy, the firecracker guy, a broke down VW bus.
That's who they got.
Like, it's not the right
That's
house.
So funny.
And then, but he said, I did fart on them. And I ran into the police, Chris, at a later date, just street patrolling, because I live right by the police station. By the way, I had to call the cops on my buddy who was methed out and got naked and peed on everybody at my birthday party and went for a knife. We hogtied him up. I called the cops. They took like 25, 30 minutes. They're next door. That's
had
another
a friend
story.
that got fucked up and started peeing on people?
Just my buddy. Just a couple people.
And then got a knife?
Well, he went for it, and then we had to tie him up. What
was he going to do with it?
He was cracked out, bro.
And you hog-tied him naked?
That was my last birthday party until this year.
In the living room? Where is he?
In the courtyard in front of everybody. All the girls were scared. This guy like that. And we were like, we didn't know what to do.
You got hog-tied naked outside, dude.
Toby, yeah, he was crazy. But yeah, that was my last birthday party till this year. I didn't throw a birthday party for 15 years. We were drinking promethazine. It was wild times.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Cough syrup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sipping
on some scissor.
Okay, that's how I know.
We put it in the punch and didn't tell Toby. Now he's naked crazy. Pissing on people.
Oh, my God.
Poor guy. Anyways, we told him. Wait, where am I going with
you've
it?
told two stories that you're like, we'll come back to that. You talked about firecrackers at cops, and you talked about farting on a manager at Trader Joe's.
But did we wrap up the raid? I think so.
I don't know.
No. So at a later date, I run into Chris, police detective, just on the street, and he told me the precinct talked about me for like 2 months.
Because you farted on him.
Yeah, and they would make fun of me. Like, remember that retarded hippie that farted on us? And I was like, that was me, dog. No offense, people. Special. And yeah, that was wild. Like, we're still friends. I got his number and shit. And
does he know you tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
One day I want him to tell his side of the story on my pod.
For sure.
But he was like working his way up in the ranks.
It'd be great to hear like how much time and effort they were investing into making that raid. They knew weeks before they were coming to get your ass. You know what I mean?
I just love the comic junkie in me, where I was like, I gotta go to comedy school. You're not messing with
this.
You
ain't taking my firecrackers, man.
I gotta go to UCB. Give me back my firecrackers.
They're coming for weapons and shit. And you have black cat firecrackers and wooden snappets.
Yeah. What a day.
Oh, that is such a waste of time.
I still went to improv school and I was a little jittery.
I would be too.
You know?
Yeah, I would be
and
too.
then I told the story like that day. And it was wild. And it kind of helped launch me into this world of stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's when I switched from improv sketch to stand-up.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look
That's
at that.
really weird.
How about that?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And it got the GOAT to know who I was. That's also funny too. Because I host a lot. Not anymore, but I used to MC the main room at the Comedy Store, like a lot. So I work with all my heroes. But you know, when you host, they come later. They don't see your set.
Passing,
so I'd maybe done 6 to 8 shows with him, and he knew my face. But then he saw me on the internet, which is just so funny. You know?
Yeah.
That's how.
And then he's a fan.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And he did my pod, and he's the nicest, kindest dude I ever met. He's the real deal.
Yeah.
I fucking love that dude.
Bill Burr's the best.
He's the goddamn GOAT.
And I mean, also to take time. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean.
Dude's flying on Boba Fett's ship, bro.
he did my podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still
Epic.
it's surreal. It's surreal. I posted a clip yesterday about my cousin. That's another story. Anyways.
Tell me about Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
A lot going on at Trader
Yeah.
Joe's. You got meth in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
one time, Ryan, you smoke meth on your lunch break. One time. I got hired there and I was on 4 or 5 drugs.
Okay, this is what you're saying. They saw you go from addict to clean and sober at this place. Okay. In how many months?
Oh, no, I was on drugs there for 8 years.
Oh, you worked there that long?
I was there 11 years.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I was a company man.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
11 years is a long time.
I missed work
dude.
twice because I was in jail and they didn't fire me for that. That's a company.
Shout out to Trader Joe's.
I came in with a scab on my forehead, bro, with the fucking blood, and I'm ringing people up. Oh, did you find everything all right? Just
Like,
drugged
did you?
out, just chubby from cocaine. How you know? Anyways, dark days. So I got hired there. My dear friend Nikita got me hired. They regretted it quickly.
But how'd you stay for 11 years then?
They didn't fire people. It really took a lot. I would call in late. Hey, I'm late. My car broke down. I would be doing coke, whacking it, you know. Anyways, just joking. And where we're going with this?
11-year company,
years.
man. You're working there.
I should have been fired every single day. Every single day. I would be eating snacks while stalking them. And mustache. I had my beard grown out a little more. I'll never forget this. This one manager caught me. I had a crumb on my lip. And I have an open food right there. He's like, you eating the food? I'm like, no, sir. And he's like, you are. He's like, I should fire him. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. And he didn't fire me. That happened all the time. I'd steal burritos and champagne and drink them. Drink warm Vouv on my lunch break.
Oh, really?
Just by myself. Just sad, bro.
Hot meth and
Smoking weed.
Vouv.
Hot
What a
boxing
lunch.
joints. Hot boxing.
Where? Inside Trader Joe's?
My car.
Okay, I was going to say, man.
But on a 10-minute break. Go back
Come
in.
back in with the cloud still around you.
My manager was like, go outside. Go outside. I'm like, what? Just a doofus, bro. Fucking doofus. Anyways, so I had Antics, and that was just drug Craig. Go party all night, binger, eat mushrooms, go to work. I'd be bugged out. On register, ring people up, putting in SKUs, say, hang on. I go to the bathroom, throw up, and then come back and ring people up. It was crazy. I was a functioning drug addict. And I shouldn't tell that one. I hit an old guy in a motorcycle, like the mopeds.
Yeah,
So
in the motorized cart, you mean?
yeah, he had like a helmet
In the store?
And a brace. No, I was high on my truck and I backed up. I knocked him over,
Nah,
bro. Yeah, I swear to God. He had a leg brace. Yeah, dude. I knocked him over.
That's the worst.
It was the worst
He was
feeling.
fresh
I
off
wanted
an
to cry.
injury.
I mean, I said
He's fresh off an injury.
Oh,
this poor
bro,
guy.
he had a helmet. He's like,
how'd you not get sued?
I was high, man. No, but I
Oh,
felt
my
bad.
God.
I just bumped him, just a little bump, and I went, uh-oh, and then I picked him up, and I was like, "What do you want?
You pick
What
him
do
up
you want?"
like
He's like, "Grandma, face to face."
He's like, who's got their finger up my ass?
And
Just trying to set you down.
That's my mom. That's my mom.
Just trying to set you down, man.
I picked him up. I was like, "What do you want? You want police, ambulance, hospital, money?" I was like, I felt so bad. He's like,
Oh, man.
"Just pick me up, you asshole." And then he scooted away. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm so sorry. Anyways, yeah, don't do that, guys. These are accidents. And then, trader. So then I got.
I'm wondering because I'm surprised that you said it took a lot. You're there for 11 years. You could have been fired at any moment. You say daily. So what is it that finally they were like, look, man, we gotta let you fucking go?
Yeah,
Was there an HR?
Yeah,
were you getting called in a lot? They had to talk.
They had after I got fired. They had a company store-wide meeting and had to change policy because I was filming my antics. This is later, sober Craig, but this is for stand-up. So there was 2 eras of Craig at Trader Joe's. There was drinking, drugging Craig, and then sober Craig, where I was an excellent employee. But then I started doing stand-up and filming everything, antics for comedy.
Got it.
So then I would shake old people's sodas up and sell it to them. But like people, see, this sounds bad on paper.
On paper? It sounds fine right here. On video. What do you mean you're shaking the phone?
No, because I would give them free stuff for it. Because I'd be like, hey, you want? And then,
they would get in on it?
They're poor, or maybe, yeah, they were. But I'd give them free bread or chicken. I'd be like, hey, let me just put you on camera. And I'd flip you off and say, it's just silly shit. But I give them free bags and stuff, and then I would film everything, and then I would fart on people. I farted on my manager. I posted it on Instagram, and it went viral. And so then,
how viral is that dude?
Back then, extremely viral for me because I only had like maybe 10K followers.
You, bro. How about the guy that got farted on?
The poor guy. I blurred him out. I'm not a monster.
Oh, okay.
I pixelated his face.
Okay, you did.
And I bleeped his name.
Okay.
And then I farted on him and went viral at maybe like 250K. But at a time where I had maybe 5,000 followers, that's viral.
Massive. That's
massive. And then, someone up north, a customer ratted me out to a manager, and then manager
in a different store.
Yeah, up north.
Like, you see what they're doing down in LA. Yeah.
And then the manager ratted me out to corporate, and then corporate told my manager that I farted on to fire me. Well, people don't know the behind the scenes is we were friends. Like he went to my show Saturday and he fired me Tuesday.
Nah.
I swear on my life, bro. And like we were crying. I was there 11 years. Right. I was beloved. And then I make the analogy like of Mice and Men when Lenny snuffs out his brother, He's like, look at the rabbits, bro. But he read me the corporate script.
Farted on him when you guys are crying together now, dude. It's ridiculous. What a turn of events,
I know, right?
Man. Yeah.
And he's reading the script, the corporate script, and he's like, it's been brought to my attention. You've been posted on social media, and we're crying. And in my head, like the bit, I'm like, fool, you're in the video. I tagged you. You shared it. You got followers, bro.
Brought to my attention.
And we were weeping. I was there 11 years, dude. 11 years. They got me birthday cakes. I was there so long that they would make me clean the homeless poop off the toilet. There was 2 of us because no one else would do it, and we were maxed out. And they're like, give it to the maxed out guys.
Oh, my God.
I'd clean up caca. It's in my act. I literally went from hosting Comedy Store main room with Dave Chappelle, Joe Rogan, Sarah Silverman. And the next day, they're like, we need you to clean the toilets. It's a bit, but it's not a bit. And I literally went from the GOAT, Chappelle, to Dookie
to shit.
in 6 hours.
From Chappelle to shit in 6 hours.
So it was a good time to get fired. And, but yeah, he still is a friend. He texts me like, I'll show you. He's like, I'm so proud of you. Firing you is the best thing that's happened to you. And it was because I was scared to quit. When you're maxed out and have health benefits,
when you
hold
got
on
steady
to it.
Money, yeah.
And then first year after getting fired from Trader Joe's, I only made 13 G's the year in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's
in
nothing.
Hollywood.
That's nothing anywhere.
There's nothing. No, that's nothing in Arkansas.
Yeah,
and I made it.
That's
I made it. And here we are, baby. Got gold on my neck. Yeah. I got copper water bottles.
Tell me about
there's more Trader Joe's stories, bro.
Tell me more Trader Joe's.
Because the one where I missed work because I was in jail is pretty funny.
Yes, hear it.
Me and my buddy were partying in Hermosa, and we were, on liquor and narcota. And we met these girls, and we went back to their house, like a house party. And my buddy was kind of a tweaker, and he almost fought some dudes, so he had to go. And he came to me, he's like, I need the keys to your truck. And I'm chilling with hot women. So I was like, here, go away. And then like maybe 2 minutes go by. I'm like, wait, that's my tweaker buddy. He's shit-faced. And I just give him the keys to my truck. I better go outside. So we go outside and he so I had a white Ford Ranger, and the neighbor to that house had a white Ford Ranger. So he got in the neighbor's truck and tried to take it, and the neighbor caught him. And the neighbor was like, "Hey, you're trying to steal my truck." He goes, "Fuck you, this is my buddy's truck." He's like, "I'm calling the cops." He's like, "Call the cops. This is my friend's truck." We're so hammered. My truck was in a different city. We were in a different city, but we're on drugs. And then the cops come. So in that brief minute where I chilled, I didn't know any of this shit went down. So I run out, and then I just see cops come, but I have narcotics on me, and I'm so hammered. I go to run back in the house I just came out of, but I don't remember which one it was because I'm like, it wasn't my house. But I'm street smart enough to where I'm like, I can't just pick a house, then I'm gonna get breaking and entering. So I book it down the street. And they corner me, they draw guns on me. I'm in my Trader Joe's uniform. We still have a name tag, bro. Name tag. We got off work, we went straight to the bars. We have fucking Trader Joe's, Hawaiian Hulu name tag. They get guns drawn. They start laughing. Like, why are you running? I'm like, I don't know. I know because I was hiding pills. They were laughing. Yeah, they were laughing, bro.
Oh, shit.
And then I resisted a little and they beat me up a little. And that's how I got the bloody forehead. And they take me to jail. I just got the drunk tank. My homie caught the charge of trying to steal the
They really stuck him with that? Oh, yeah, because your truck's not right next to it. It's in another city. Yeah, right.
And so we both go to jail, and now I'm in jail with the bloody forehead. And I was running. When I was running, I put a little bag of pills in my boxer briefs, and they search me. They don't find them. So I smuggled them into jail, and then I pulled them out. I'm on the cot. And then I'm just looking at them, and then I see a camera, and I go, "Oh!" And I go, "Home!" And I eat all of them, and I flush the baggie down the toilet, and then they let me out because it was just a drunk tank. But I end up leaving jail more fucked up than when I went in because I'm just pilled out.
Yeah.
I buy a 32 ounce of Gatorade at like a Ralph's on PCH, and I chug it, so I'm hungover. And then I just start puking on PCH, and I'm like, I'm gonna go right back in. I'm like 800 feet away from the police station. You understand me? And we're puking outside the police station.
They can lean out the window and just see.
There he is. He's still at it. And then, it was right before my birthday party. I had a bloody head. Anyways, I go back to work. They go to write us up because we did no call, no shows. We were in jail, both of us. We were doing a turnaround. So you work late and then you come back 5 a.m. So we would just party and go back. That was the plan.
And just stay up all night and party through their sleep.
Yeah. And just be high. And then...
now I'm going to look at all the Trader Joe's employees differently. I'm going to be looking at all of them like, wonder which one of these motherfuckers.
It's changed a little bit.
Yeah.
They cleaned it up. But, so we go back to
wait, we didn't talk about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, so then they go to write us up, no call, no show, separate. And then I have all these elaborate excuses like, I got hit by a car. I'm in the hospital. I got this. And then I just break. I always tell the truth. Usually I got arrested and I'm sorry. And then they just ripped me up and my homie lied. And then they fired him. And that's how. They did? Yeah.
What'd he say?
I don't know. Not the truth.
And then they just like, see
because it's public. They just Google your in the public records and it just pops
Trader Joe's
up.
Standing on business, huh? Be honest.
The truth will set you free. And
so you said before real quick, and I just thought of it, that after you got fired, they had to change policy. What the hell did they do?
No filming in the store.
Okay, no more
and
of that
stuff. Social media. Because I would tag them in it. I'd hashtag them. I was poking the bear, but I wanted it. I would joke, they're going to fire me. And then they did. And I was climbing on the roof, riding a scooter in there.
What?
Yeah, just...
you got up on top of the flat roof and just rode a scooter?
No, I'm sorry. Separate story.
Separate
I would
things.
climb on the roof of the fridge and jump off parkour. I would ride scooters in there. Operating hours. And just fun. Just having to... it was just antics for stand-up. Because I was going viral, so I was leaning in. I remember, forget this, Tia, sister, Tia and Tamara.
Yeah.
They were sharing my shit. You know how they send it to you on accident? Like, look at this guy, he's funny. And I was like, Tia, I grew up watching you. Now I'm at Trader Joe's.
Do you know my daughter watches? I'm like, Stella.
Sister?
That's a great show. Robert Townsend. How in the fuck yep, that's what I tell her all the time. I'm like, how'd you find this?
Yeah.
She's like, it's on Netflix or something. I'm like,
it's a good show.
And I hear it all the time. Sister. I hear it all the time around my house.
Yeah.
I'm like, pay those girls, though. I'm a big Robert Townsend fan, yeah.
And company, nationwide policy, no filming, official stance.
Nationwide.
Put signs up. You're welcome.
They're signs.
I love it. I love this shit.
You made a difference before you left, bro. How about that, man? Craig Conant implementing change at Trader Joe's.
I was crazy.
That is hilarious.
Eat food right out the trash can in front of a manager.
Oh my!
I'd be like, "Hey, watch this. Just grab a pair."
I can't. I know for a fact I've never worked anywhere where after I left they had to change their fucking corporate policy.
Yeah.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
That's impressive, dude. All because of a fart, and then you guys are crying about it. It's so good. It's so good.
The driving on mushrooms.
Yeah, that's up there.
Oh yeah, we're on point. Look at this. Is a well show. I'm taking notes, bro. I gotta do mine better. Driving on mushrooms is my most viral video. I'm forever grateful to my fan base because it literally, other accounts, it's like 30, 40, 50 million views by now, but separate. You know how Bert Kreischer has the machine? Yeah. I'm the little junior version of Loosey Goosey, where I almost have to do this at my shows or they'll be mad and it's my merch and I'm grateful. I love it. I love it. And it's a story of me and my buddies were camping in Malibu at Leo Carrillo. Mm-hmm. And then we would just eat mushrooms and we're in nature. We're at the beach, fires going. We got Coronas, mushrooms, firecrackers, all of it. My buddy makes bongs, Hoobs Glass. Shout out to Hoobs Glass. He makes bongs like this, like he sells them for $200,000 to techie nerds.
Damn.
No, like world-renowned glassblower, bro. Like crazy. He made a pendant for me. I should have brought it. Anyways, so it's me and a couple bong makers, and we are bugged out. And then I see the park ranger, the police come up, and he kicks us out because you're not supposed to have open containers and firecrackers and stuff. And then I saw him coming. It feels weird to do a story I do on stage on a podcast. I know you've heard that before, but I'm in my head. I put my beer down because I see the park ranger coming. So I am the only one not holding a beer. So he goes, "Young man, you're sober. You drive out of here." And I'm like, "Bro, I just ate an eighth of mushrooms."
You tell him that?
No.
Oh.
Like the joke is like, there's worms coming out of your face.
Yeah.
But I don't say that. I say, "Okie dokie, yes, sir." And then I get in the backseat, buckle up. I'm like no. Like the bit is like maybe he forgot. And then he's like, "Hey, so you're driving." I'm like, "Oh." You know, just my deranged, hallucinogenic brain like, "This will solve it, surely." And then I go up to the driver's seat. It's a manual. I've never driven manual in my life.
What is it? Do you remember the car?
Shift? Yeah, a white Honda Accord, maybe like 98, 02 Max, that era. And my buddy, that's the whole bit. My claim to fame right here, loosey goosey. My buddy's coaching me. If the cop's watching, bro, I'm bugged out. And he's coaching me. He's like, "Dog, it's like a pendulum. What goes up must come down." And then he goes, "Loosey goosey, bro." I go, "Loosey goosey." And then, of course, I stalled it like 4 times.
Yeah. Such a violent buck. It's an aggressive
Oh my
buck.
God.
It is.
The park cop comes back up, rent-a-cop, I called him. And he gets on a speaker. And he's in cahoots with the other guys, Highway Patrol. And he goes, "Highway Patrol, keep a lookout for a white Honda Accord. They're coming out on the PCH." And the whole joke is, I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm in that car. Like, you can't." Yeah, I'm dead. Dead man driving now, bro. I'm on mucking mushrooms. You did this. We were in heaven. We were being safe. We were being sane. We were camping in nature, tripping, and you kicked us out.
That's right.
He did it. We were chill. That was the biggest crime we were doing, giggling at the fire and the beach like dum-dums do. And then I finally get the car going, but I'm going like 35, 40 in first gear because I can't shift.
Yeah, it's just
yeah, my buddy's like, "My car." And I'm like, "Loosey-goosey, bro." And then I pull out on a PCH. I pull over immediately a little dirt road. And I take the keys out the ignition because my daddy taught me that. Even if you're not driving, your vehicle's turned off. If you leave the keys in the ignition, you will still get a DUI.
He did.
Daddy's got 4. Goo. My uncle's got 6. And
Damn.
crazy.
60.
Don't do that. You're gonna die.
You still get him. Yeah.
Oh, geez, bro. They don't give a fuck. I remember him driving drunk on a suspended license for DUI, driving me around as a kid, right by the police station.
Jesus.
Just not giving a fuck, bro. Fucking, I respect that part. I like that shit. Anyways, cops roll up and then they start questioning us. And like, what are you doing here? And then I said, changing the tire. And we were not. And 4 full tires, no spare, no jack, no anything. And then my buddy said my car broke down. And then my other buddy said I needed to shit. I shit my pants. And we all said something different. The cop starts laughing in our faces. He's like, oh, this is going to be good. And then finally I came forward with honesty. Some of the honesty. I didn't tell him about the mushies and the firecrackers, the probation and whatnot. But I said we were drinking in the campsite. We got kicked out for open containers. And now we do not want to drive home. And then he says to us, all right, well, you boys can't be here and you can't drive home. And we're on mushrooms. And we're like, what the fuck do you mean, dog?
How do we solve that riddle?
And then he left. And then we were little knuckleheads. We ended up smoking more hash and driving home. And in the story, I tell everybody my buddy crashed into a parked highway patrol car because I used to just say, and then we made it home and there was no finish. So now you got the truth, everybody.
He did?
Yeah, we made it home safe and sound.
Oh, okay.
The punchline, because this left it open.
Yeah.
To where I said he crashed into the back of a parked highway patrol car to also spread the message, don't do what we did. But we made it.
Dude, thank you for doing this. This was great.
I love you, bro. Thank you for having me. By the way, I'm sober from narcotics and alcohol, and I'm not promoting any drug use or alcohol use. Go to a meeting, get sober, change your fucking life.
Yeah.
I did it. I know I still take microdoses of mushrooms and a little weed, but I haven't had 1 drop of alcohol or 1 narcotic in 11 years.
Wow, 11 years.
11 years in August. Approaching 11 years. 10 and a half years. Sorry, I rounded up.
Good for you.
But yeah, I'm not trying to preach this because this is it goes dark and it goes bad and you hurt people and hurt yourself and can die. So that's my message. Like, if I could do it, you could do it. Now
So let me ask you this then. After saying that, what advice would you give to 16-year-old Craig then?
Oh, God, don't do narcotics. Don't do narcotics. Alcohol, I think, is the worst drug on this fucking planet, bro.
I mean, agreed, yeah.
Now I preach, if God didn't make it, don't take it.
Amen.
I preach because I'm a knucklehead. Like, I got my microdose and this and that. Like, I realize there's pressure and the world can be a little rough and we need to take something sometimes. So now what I preach is take the better yourself drugs, which in my opinion is mushrooms and weed.
That's it.
Natural,
Cannabis
baby,
and
of the earth. Because, that darkness of alcohol and pills and powders just, like, I was, you're like going like this and that shit just goes, and then you're here and it is bad. I didn't open my mail for 2 years, expired tags, didn't change my sheets, wine bottles everywhere. I used to have to drink a bottle of wine to pass out. No, I'm fine, bro.
A whole bottle?
Fine. Oh, yeah.
Just
sometimes
sleep?
2. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm fucking fine now.
Good for you, Craig.
It's a little magnesium on my feet. We have changed.
Please promote whatever you'd like again.
Yeah, CraigConant.com. I'm on the road. I got stories. Come catch these jokes. My podcast is community service podcast. It's actually very similar. Just stories about bettering yourself and getting out of the dark to the light. And CraigConant.com. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you.
You got it, brother. As always, Ryan Sickler on all your social media. Come see me on tour. Tickets are on my website at ryansickler.com. We'll talk to y'all next week.